Shiki-kan! Wow, it's Girls Frontline 2! Again! This time I'll remember to capture the audio. I promise. This time for sure. Anyways, welcome back everyone. It's more Aphelion. More stuff to grab. Hey, Commander, the Zucchero Cafe event has ended. Start a scold and sent to you via email. That's crazy. 507 D 70. 570. I read that right. Shut up. Anyway. So. While we could very easily just do... What the hell is boundary push? Breakthrough has been unlocked. Please click continue exploring. Sure. Commander, the team is ready. Please begin exploration. I don't believe... Okay, alright, I guess we're doing this first. Combat start. 210 minutes! Flies. Advice Commander, detecting an head that can be assessed needed up ahead. Our explosive line run, put them to good use. As this is your first mission, Commander, the Rock has... The Rock? He's here? The Rock has marked out a relatively safe route for us. Let's head out, Commander. The Rock. Yeah, okay. Alright. Okay, sure. Explode. Can I... Yo, I'm on fire! I'm on fire! Yeah, explode everything, sure. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Enemy is cannot detect our principal inside Deadwood. We may safely move around. Alright. Okay. Sure. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Oh, big robot. I can't assassinate that thing, that sucks. Alright, up we go. That took, Jesus, that took a while. Reactive engagement. Ouch! Oh no. We have to engage in combat. It's okay, we kill them all. These are all my... Oh no, these are just preset units, so... Battle victory, yay! Alright, so that happened. On fire! Yeah, we did it! Woohoo! Ah, so it's like a bunch of... I see. Nice way of gathering, whatchamacallit, attachments for guns that are not specified, but... Attach all necessary areas, perform specific functions on resources. Exploring new areas and increasing your depth, you can unlock more crystal collection points. Yum! After unlocking all crystal collection points, you can obtain all the rewards in the breakthrough prize pool through crystal collection. Okay. Check rewards. The contents of the breakthrough prize pool reset every week and obtain the rewards from it through crystal collection and exploring unsurveyed areas. Different depths yield different rewards. When breaking through to a deeper depth, the rewards obtained will then include rewards from the shallower depths. Okay. I see. Well, let's very quickly do this one. Let's go with the big game, yeah. Combat start. Commander subsequent operations will require more expenditure of delve permits. Alright. Delve permits are required to enter breakthrough. Delve permits are consumed automatically upon entering unsurveyed area. Okay. Blows rings out, okay. I can explode you though. And explode you. Alright, that's all this. Time to go elsewhere. Enemy concentration detected, and Aegis Bulwark is right in the protection range of the Aegis Deadeye. Killing the Aegis Bulwark directly will trigger the rest response. Circle dolls, superior fire range, prior to. This is where a sniper would come in. Luckily. You die. You also die. Die. And you die. Everyone gets snipered. Yum. Alright. Ouch. We've been discovered. It's okay, we have the best current unit in the game. So, do this. And we'll do this. Throw this over here. Boom. And we win. Yahoo! Slow to you. Ow! Okay, I didn't see that guy. These guys have guns. Oh no. What if we just did this? And just... And we did it! Wow, we're so good at the game. Alright, last area. Yeah. Wait. Oh, big robot again! The Fortress Titan. Oh, I gotta run. Explode you. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. So just a big old nuisance. And then now I'm going to take care of the big guy. Get a proper vantage on the barrels. Not yet. Wait. Now. Missed. Let's just quickly explode his balls. And we win! Ah, he did it. That. Open this. Yeah. Wow, we did it! Yahoo! There was stuff in there. Alright. What attachment is this for? Alright. I actually needed one of these. Put that on, and we'll just very quickly calibrate it so we can get additional levels. Yahoo! Meh. Could be worse, but I mean, at least it's a gold attachment, so, you know, not just a loss. Anything else? No. Okay. Let's see. Look at that. And then now, I guess very quickly, let's do some summons! Because I can! Woo! Don't put moving down that helicopter, they're already on their way. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I have the regular number 12. But oh! Anyway. Guys, we can get whatchamacallit, a free character. A free character, guys. I don't know who I want. Sure, I can get Tololo. But that, or I could get a copy of Xiongju. What's her thing at fortification? The kill score increases the damage boost. Damage bonus of support boost 30%. That's that's hers. That's her skill too. I'll think about it. Grab that. And go back. I still have multis to do. Kuglai? Let's try and get another copy. Fortunately, survey said no. This multi. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, I went into hard pity there. That sucks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How do you let this happen to you in a place with no wind? There's no wind in here. How did you let that happen? Now it's 49, 5-7. Put your finger down. 1, 2. Copy! Yahoo! Hello again. Goddamn, bro. What did you put on that bike? I forgot one of her on thing. Oh well. Oh, it doesn't matter. Another clue pay. F1, I think. Let's go to Macchiato. Wow, nothing. Yahoo! Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hi, Rosa. Part 2. Hi. 7, 8, 9, 10. And there goes all my summon stuff. Tragic. And then resets 5 days for the shot. Wow. It's really quickly. You. Increases damage on death effect. Ooh. That's pretty good. That's for the grenade one. Okay, see. Damn, she goes crazy. Non-discovered damage reduction increases with like 2 tiles and displays dismay. Applies dismay for 2 turns. Dang! She gets crazy at Fortification 6. And Rose is at... Oh, she's done. Enjoy your gold spine. Girl, shut up. Yap, 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 yap. I don't care. You're lucky I took you out the bunny suit. Or whatever dumb thingamahooer you chose to wear as a default outfit. Cringe. Smelly. Goofy ass bunny ears. Would rather you wear this and look sick as hell. I have to hear you yap. I'd rather you yap in a good outfit than a mid one. Alright, that's enough being lard. Time to continue the story. 19 for a yap fest. Seeing Klukai come alone and unarmed, the platoon leader lets out a displeased grunt from behind his protective suit. What's the point of sending just a doll over? Tell your cowardly owner to come out and talk. Voice recognition tells Kulai that this is Dimitri, who she has talked with earlier. Hyde 404 is an autonomous armed doll squad, currently assisting the Non-Military Forces Administration in investigating illegal PMCs in the Yellow Zone. Klukai intentionally modifies the part about Paradise in accordance with Kalina's instructions. 404. What's that? Never heard of it. The non-military force administration hired you guys too? Although he's still suspicious, hearing the non-military forces administration being mentioned makes him relax a bit. We are sub-numerary dolls, so it's normal that you haven't heard of us. And we have some business to discuss. Business? Of course. Dimitri takes a look at the radiation detector and ensures that the reading is within safety limits. He then pulls the protective hood off his head, revealing the face of a middle-aged man with an angular jawline. Angular? Wow, what a square head. Years on the battlefield and years of desert wind have left their marks on his face. Yeah, I'm not seeing the marks and scars. I mean, the scar on the left eye, sure, but the marks of sand. Yeah, I'm not seeing the marks of the desert on him. Just like a tiny scar. What kind of protective suit is this? This junk is choking me. He curses quietly with a grimace, then looks at Klukai with an unbridled disgust in his eye. You claim to be working on the Nomfa, so how come you don't know the rules of engagement? Shoot first, ask questions later. Is that what they taught you? We were previously attacked by mechs of unknown origin, and then your scouting unit appeared without the usual seal identifying insignia of the URNC Survey Corps. We simply opened fire in self-defense. Better start using your brain before you speak. We encountered no unknown mechs on our way here. It's up to you whether you believe me or not. The fact you haven't encountered them doesn't mean they don't exist. Besides, it was your drone that started shooting first. We were just responding to such an attack. The drone runs on auto mode. Do you? Right. How could I forget? You're just like the— Whoa! Whoa, 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 brother. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can't use that. That's a robot slur. You can't— Whoa. Whoa, brother. Whoa, you can't use that. That's uncalled for. What the hell? That's rude as hell, brother. You're going to hell. You're going to hell, brother. I hate to admit that, but you're going to hell. Seeing that the opposing side is trying to provoke her instead of making information exchange, Klukai raises an eyebrow and remains quiet. However, Dimitri doesn't mind at all. He continues to ask questions in a condescending manner. Regarding what you said, we'll report that to our superiors later and request an investigation. For safety reasons, though, we will need to know the contents of your mission and the formation size. The specifics are subject to a non-disclosure agreement signed with the Non-Military Forces Administration, so please show me proof of your clearance level. As for our numbers, only 2 dolls have engaged in combat by your forces just now. 2?! Dimitri's soldiers are shocked by the contrast between the firepower they witness and 404's real numbers. After all, receiving a stare from Dimitri, they promptly shut up. That's impossible. Level of firepower must have come from a group numbering at least 10 people. 404 is a squad made of only tactical dolls. Our combat capabilities and battlefield awareness are different from what you got used to during your duties at the Great Wall Railway. How the hell do you know we're from the Great Wall Railway? A messy combat mech composition, haphazard modifications, old equipment. Those were looted from raw Jaegers, underground brokers, or bounty hunters, weren't they? The few pieces of elite equipment you have bear the insignia of the Great Wall Railway, and perhaps there was no time to switch to the insignia of the Environmental Survey Corps. I'm guessing you are all temps in your role. Noticing a stiff expression, Klukaix inserts an additional remark. Right, how could I forget? The ones guarding the Great Wall Railway are basically regular armed forces that consist of a bunch of old mechs from most of the time. Watch your mouth. What does a blasted machine like you know? Dimitri raises his gun, but Klukaix simply stares at him coldly without moving a muscle. I've explained everything. Isn't it time for this to end? Hold it! Just as Klukaix turns away to leave, Dimitri shouts at her to stop. The soldiers raise their guns and aim at her. What? Even if you are from the Non-Military Forces Administration, how do you plan on to compensate us for those losses we suffered? 404 has lost assets too. Both sides are responsible for what happened today. Trying to renegade on your debt? No. Then where's the money? We worked hard and long to gather all this equipment. Does your broken tin brain realize that we're responsible for surveying the construction of the Intercontinental Railway? Not even the NOMFA will back you up on this. Renee Schmidtson, we are indebted to you. I don't think we owe you any such debt for your forces. Facing Klukaix's unwavering attitude, Dimitri takes out his communicator. If we can't settle this between us, then you'll have to wait for orders from above. But before I can contact them, remember that even if we are temps, we are considered part of the regular army. Do you think a doll like you will be taken as seriously as us? And I have over 30 people ready to testify. Do you think you two can manage to win them over? You're able to contact the outside world just now? Hearing Klukaix's question, Dimitri simply assumes that the opposing side is considering his threat. And so, he increases the pressure in his voice. Of course, once this message gets out, the situation gets a whole lot more serious. Stop dawdling. I have to bring them over into the next settlement. I ain't got no time to waste on the likes of you. We have no money for you, but we can assist you in combat for some time. This environment must be pretty hard for all of your forces. And you've seen us in action just now. Dimitri doesn't expect this reply. He sizes up Klukaix. And what exactly are you up to? Nothing. It's just that before we set off, we were told to not to unnecessarily antagonize the local forces. Dimitri pockets his communicator after a moment of consideration. Deal. But here's my warning. Better listen to my orders and not think of trying anything funny. The regional comms frequency is 110.32. Adjust your communicators accordingly. There's a lot of interference in this hellhole, so make sure you stay within a maximum of 2 kilometers from our forces. I have hope I don't have to hear too much crap from you. Don't worry about it. I couldn't care less about you. 2 crappy dolls wanted on our internal regional communication. I need a password for that. After confirming that she is successfully connected to comms frequency, Klukaix ignores the insult and turns to leave. Goddamn machine. Larian, once we're back, go tell the guys responsible to scale down the scouting patrols by 30%. Have those 2 tin cans handle any danger we come across whenever possible. Are we really bringing those two dolls along, Dima? What if they try something on us? I'll contact the warrant officer to confirm their identities. You guys should be careful too, and keep your distance from them. No matter how you put it, having two dolls on our vanguard is beneficial for our mission. But what if they do something to us? Their level of combat proficiency. Could you grow a spine for once? You think 30-odd men plus mechs ain't good enough to deal with the two of them? Did you see how the earlier battle went? Also, make sure to address me as Sir. You're really good at forgetting that if I don't keep telling you. Hey, I'm used to calling you differently, that's all. That's not an excuse. We served in the railway force for so many years, you need to be addressing me appropriately. Otherwise, the newer guys will think I'm biased again. Seeing Dimitri's serious expression, the soldier named Larian corrects his casual demeanor and salutes him. Understood, sir. That's more like. You can go back now. Tell everyone to continue on towards our target location. We've been delayed enough already, so we should go as far as we can before the sun sets. Seems 4-4 has gotten into a bit of hot water. How many things are actually so one node, two node, story node. Story node. Yahoo! First we have to find Paradies, and now we have to help the RNC Survey Corps. Will more work just keep coming like this? Okay, 404 isn't lacking funds, is it? Why can't you just settle it by giving us some money? You'll only be adding to the number of insufferable people in the world if you give in to their unreasonable demands. But being free labor to them has no benefits for us either. At least we won't be lost anymore. You mean that signal problem from before? But they aren't going in the same settlement as the one we agreed on. Are you an infant who has just learned how to talk? Can you only take one step at a time? Klukai sighs with concern. The collapse storm has ended, but our signal is showing no signs of getting restored, yet the Survey Corps are able to contact the outside world, so it's highly likely that the underground broker space station is broken, causing our signal interruption. So, if we follow these people and reach a settlement, we can at least continue to borrow the settlement network and contact Honduras and Belka. Get it now? Okay. But you know, children are not the only ones who walk one step at a time. That applies to the king and chess too, yeah. It's impressive. The communicator receives a comms request from the Survey Corps following them. This is Hyde 404's leader, Tactical Doll Klukai. What's up? First Sergeant Dimitri wants you to change direction, effective immediately. Maintain the same speed and head in the 2 o'clock direction. That's a severe deviation from the course of our target location, and... Klukai has more to say, but she's interrupted by an angry Dimitri. What do you rust buckets even know? Change course when I tell you to change course. Don't forget what I said. Listen to my orders. Yes, of course. Klukai cuts the comms and swerves to the correct direction. The incoming barrage of winds hits the yawning Mekti right in the mouth. What the hell? Changing course. Oh. The motorbike flies over the empty wilds like a released arrow, carving a clear path in the landscape. Spaghetti. It's a pasta. The motorbike suddenly breaks. The slumbering Mekti loses her balance, but Klukai catches her before she falls off. Klukai connects to the survey corps comms. A small group of elites to the northwest, about 5 to 10 of them. Estimated time over contact with the main force is 5 minutes. Then wipe them out. Contacting us for such trivial matters. Are you a broken trumpet? It was you who told us to listen to your orders. We're simply waiting for your command in accordance with our agreement. Upon hearing this, Dimitri utters something under his breath, but it's too quiet for Klukai to hear. Probably another slur. After a short moment, he responds with an impatient tone. I don't want to see any elites remaining. That's it. The comms are abruptly cut. With a stiff expression, Klukai parks the motorbike against a nearby boulder. Get down. Time to work. Bang bang! Alright, let's slap him up. Yeehaw! Oh, I need support units, right? Put you here. That's it. Neural, grenade. Everyone explodes. Everyone explodes. Everyone explodes. Slap that down. Because it has range. Do that. Slap you. And just go by water. The elites have been eliminated, and the main forces arrive right after. Under Dimitri's orders, the troops stopped to collect samples from the elite corpses as part of their routine. You people arrived early, but chose not to help in the fight. Is this the bravery of the URNC soldiers? If you need help with such a small group of elites, you better go back to the green zone to work as windows cleaners. There's something off about Klukai. Mekti tugs on her clothes. Hey, it's not really wrong. There weren't too many elites. Of course, our sergeant chooses the safest routes all the time. Be it random elites or Vardiegers, we'll never lose to him. We'll never lose with him around. Upon hearing this, Klukai gives Dimitri a questioning look. You've been in other theaters of combat? Huh? What? You couldn't have been granted this level of experience just by guarding the Great Wall Railway. I heard that some folks like you were once part of the retired formations of the Neo-Soviet Union. What are you getting at with questions like this? Don't poke your nose where it doesn't belong. You, come over here. Dimitri glares at the soldier who just interjected just now. Feeling the sergeant's displeasure, the soldier makes the wise decision to shut up, packs the samples he collected, and follows Dimitri towards the trucks. It's finally off. Glad you two didn't get into each other's throats again. But Mr. Sergeant really seems to hate us. Even if it was because of misunderstanding at first, I don't get why he's so angry towards us. Be careful. Huh? We haven't met any of the mechs that attacked us earlier ever since we met those people. Don't you think it's weird? Huh? I mean, maybe they gave up? We're with a large group now, after all. You might be right. With this amount of caution in your brain, you really should go back to wiping windows in the green zones. Get on the bike. We have to move. I think Mekti would prefer window cleaning than war. But that might just be me. I don't know. Wow. More story, but really quickly, let's clear out the extra stuff. Because we can. Turret. Turret. Not that it matters though, because auto. Go, my scarabs. Kill everything in sight. I'll waste all the last. Bro has a whole ass spike and he wasted it on one guy. That sucks. Could she be stupid or something? Oh, there's two dads over there. Explode! Oh, I got a thingy. I can collect rewards, TB! Yum. I might be able to do another multi by the time I'm done with the story. What is unlocked specific classic? Oh, it's more. Oh, it's just story briefings. I see. You and sport. There. Put you here. Put you here. Turrets. Yummy turrets. My phones love buzzing. Yahoo! Go, my scarabs. Kill them all. No, that's how the girl boss. Not really though. Yeah, it might be a little stupid sometimes. Electroshock barriers, that's scary. Explode. Oh, boom. I just stuck over there. Not that it matters. We win. I don't know. Who? Yeah, we win. Turret up here. Turret up here. And another turret over here. I said another turret over here. Actually, maybe we don't need a turret. Did I just get rid of quickly? I got rid of quickly. Sorry. Let's put explosives. Kaboom! So rude. Auto again. Kill my scarabs. really gotta go crazy. Go boom. Go boom. Dead. Dead. Wow. Story. Stuff in the shop you can get. Stuff for goodbye? For her bond to go up. Oh, I see, that's part 2. Okay. More story stuff. Very scary woman in the left. What's next? Tomorrow, assault simulation mocks. Or should I say in like 6 hours? This also unlocks in 6 hours. Or 7 hours, my bad. I'm stupid. I can't tell time. I can't read. And then this 21 days later. And then part 2 happens in 14 days. Wow. Part 2. In 14 days. Can you believe it? 14 days. Just a week away. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I like how these all have like elaborate names. Like I said, S-02B Work Journal, W74B Archive Records, Words of the Enlightened, Development Agreement Archive Files, Flower Tosser, Flower of the Heart, Unanswered Prayers, Comprehensive Black Zone Survey Report. Crack. Peter, what do you got there? Crack. What the fuck? Sure, man. This is for something. This is for someone else to read. I'm just grabbing the rewards for unlocking it. This is I shouldn't be finding this funny, but I'm finding this funny. It's very funny. Anything else I need to unexpectedly clear? No? Let's go to the visitor room, which is the summon room. Actually, what does Mikey auto get on her F1? Wrong thing. Fitting room. Okay. From 2 attacks, critical damage will no longer increase. Damage dealt is decreased to 100%. If the first attack crits, the critical rate of the second attack is increased by 100%, and the critical damage is increased by 80%. I see. So she needs a lot of crit rate, is from what I'm hearing. Cold precision shot level 2 is kind of good though. Standard approaches changed emergency plan. Just elemental. Dang, F6 Macchiato is crazy. Shame I'm not a whale. I need to go do something really quick actually, so I'll be right back. I shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Anyways. turn. And I have water. Parch my thirst. And also to hopefully alleviate the pain of solo voice acting this entire story. At night, a well-equipped off-road vehicle quickly pulls away from the purification zone. The emotion stalls and the vehicle accepts a comm request from within a light zone. How's progress? The work being done here is of great importance to them. Don't let them down like Sextons did blue spheres. I know, but looking at the reports from over there, the situation seems to have changed. An associate of Sextons from the Girard group. 2 squads made of tactical dolls have appeared on the outskirts of the area mission area. They're closing in. If they're just a bunch of T-dolls, why not just deal with them like always? We have indeed sent out our mechs, but we underestimated their combat abilities. Also, one of the squads has met with ground formation from the URNC Survey Corps. For some reason, they are working together now. In order to avoid alerting the URNC government and causing any unnecessary trouble, I have issued retreat orders for the pursuing mechs. Please tell me my next move. Send out the mechs to wipe out the nearby signal base station. Once the area becomes a signal dead zone, finish them all in one fell swoop. Understood. Blue Sphere nods quietly. Those orders are familiar to her. It has always been the case that once these orders are transmitted, one dead zone appears after another, becoming graveyards in the contamination zone. By the way, as if to intentionally emphasize the moment, the doll on the other side of the comms makes her pause. According to internal intelligence, a URNC department responsible for purification works has seconded troops from the nearby Great Wall Railway Force near the target area. The formation you mentioned should be them. So do be sure to hurry it up, okay? Finish your work before what happens here attracts attention. Acknowledged. Currently, Paradise has almost finished evacuating this area. What's left is to track down and recover it. I'm currently moving towards the target area. The mission will be complete on time. You make me feel at ease, Blue Sphere. It makes me want to cheer for you. Anyway, since you're working so hard, I'll arrange some reinforcements for you. They will contact you once they've reached the area. Understood. Huh? Not even going to thank me? Even though they were number few, they are a gift for Lucifer that I've painstakingly prepared, you know? Lucifer shifts her gaze from the road to the comms interface for a moment. Her empty eyes betray no emotion nor fluctuation, as if she's in a military drone that only understands orders. Thank you, Cocoon. Compared to Darcher, you're so boring. You only respond to orders. So that's who she is on the event screen. I see. I see. Fine. Go quickly. Don't make the higher-ups wait, okay? Acknowledged. Cocoon cuts the comms. Lucifer hits the gas and the dark vehicle blends into the night. Very scary. So I assume that's where she comes into later on, part 2, I believe. Under the setting sun of the Elmo, Under the setting sun, the Elmo moves forward, still a long distance from its target. Over the years, whenever darkness falls, the past comes rushing back to me uncontrollably. This is why I detest tonight. The Mephisto agreement and the unending work of a bounty hunter isolate me best from this world's maelstrom, both in time and space. Despite the hard work and isolation, they are like a calming tranquilizer. They make friends with alcohol, putting me into slumber. Yet, the white nightmare does not fade. It's caught up with me, making it difficult to confront the choices I made in the past. A million self-reassurances and rationalizations fall flat in the face of this. The contract with the devil has been since changed. I will not run. But am I truly ready? The comms terminal interface showed a recent message from Klukai, as well as messages from before. One after another, the message repeats the same thing. Where are you? Where am I? I've never answered this question in my head or to them. To say the truth, I often struggle to fathom where I am in this world. What I know for sure is I don't want to drag 404 and their friends down the maelstrom with me. But it is time for me to give them an answer, not in the form of a message. I want to convey my sincerity. After all these years, I've tried to pull further and further away to the point of Aphelion. They said the thing! They said the thing! They said the thing! They said the thing! Draw title trap! Yeah! Woo! The Environmental Survey Corps chose an abandoned settlement to make camp. The soldiers gather for a round of poker around the campfire, the crowd emitting song, anger, and laughter every now and then. Give up. Give it up, Lorraine. It's your loss. Show us the can you've been hiding. Miss me of that load of bull. I saw your lover slip you something before we left. You definitely hiding something. Hold on, I'm checking something else on my phone really quick. You really watch me close for how little I have. Blame the uppers if you want. They accept missions in swathings in hopes of getting some merit. They make us sit off without supplying us with enough resources and equipment. If it wasn't for the sergeant taking the opportunity to scavenge something every now and then, there's no guessing how badly we'd be faring by now. Yeah, it's tiring enough to guard the railway, and now we have to do some kind of environmental survey for them. Why don't they pay up and equip us to the standard of an actual survey corps for starters? Leave it be, man. You think you can do something other than what the uppers tell you to do? The only thing you can do here is curse people's mothers. Hey, I think what you're doing here is inviting me to teach you a lesson. Lorraine slaps him hard in the back of the head, and the two of them start to roughhouse with each other. And the onlookers start making a din and cheer them on. Compared to the bolsterous soldiers, Hyde 404 is rather quiet. Mekti is in her sleep mode after being busy for an entire day, while Klukai looks on the buffooning and joking soldiers coldly. Dmitri notices her gaze, returning with his own and unfriendliness on his face. What are you looking at? I'll remove your eyes if you keep looking. Rabble. Huh? Say that again! Dimitri straightens up, putting his bottle down. Corruption, gambling, extortion, hiding around. How are all of you how are you all different from common gangsters? You talk about how urgent the mission is, then camp here and enjoy yourselves boisterously. It's good enough that I don't call you a bunch of wage thieves. What do you tin cans know? Humans aren't unsleeping mission machines like you two. We need rest when it is needed, so that we can use our bodies and brains at the right moments. While speaking, Dimitri gestures towards his temple, giving her another provocative look. But for you cable for brain dolls, it's true that rest is unneeded. You guys simply wait for your master's commands to do them like good little puppies. I will emphasize again that 4-4 is an elite squad consisting of self-managing dolls. We call the shots on our own. What a joke. Elite squad, huh? Look at that little one beside you. She sleeps earlier than any of us here. Fucking lowers as loud was too. Jesus Christ. I don't know what her fucking problem is. It's like she was created deliberately with that in mind. Whatever. Just as Klukai wanted to make a retort, Mekti rolls over, laying near Klukai's feet. She seems to be thoroughly enjoying her sleep, though. That's an elite! The soldiers of the Survey Corps roar in laughter. Get up! Klukai bends down and shakes Mekti awake. Mekti shakes her head around in confusion. What do you want? Patrol! Now! Klukai pulls Mekti up, leaving the camp with long strides. Behind them rings out the taunts from soldiers, with Dimitri's voice being the most prominent. Now that's more like it. Go be good guard dogs, elite dolls. We should kill this guy, I think. Even the inlets are sleeping. Why are we still working so hard? Okay, can we just report back to the camp and go back to sleep? Not good. Get ready for battle and wipe them out. Oh. Kaboom! Go, my scourge. Kill them all. Oh, hold to shelter. Did it! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Woo! The past is never truly gone because it shapes the future. Ominous messaging. The night passes by without trouble. After a couple hours of movement, the formation finally reaches the target settlement. Our support work ends here. I request that you honor our deal and release 404 from all blame. Help me send my regards to your non-military forces administration masters. Tell them to educate their underlings better before letting them out. Dimitri waves his hand impatiently before leaving with the soldiers. I reckon that Leva and Kalina must have been harassed a bunch at this point, no? I think we're supernumerary dolls. Oh, Lizzie might be on the way to court martial already. Leva is still part of 404. Handling things like this is part of her job. True enough. What do we do now? Find the residents here and borrow the network. Feel free. I'm gonna find a place to sleep. I've been forced to wake up early even after having to stay up late yesterday night. Seeing Mekti rub her eyes and attempt to slip away, Kluklai grabs her with haste. Not the color. You don't need two people to borrow the network, just go by yourself. We would like to lend you our network, but we've lost signal for a couple days now. The connection is intermittent, even on normal days. Plus, there's been many collapse storms recently. Perhaps space station has completely broken down after all. Does the settlement not need to contact the outside world? The people from the URNC Survey Corps helped do that, because they needed to carry out survey missions nearby. Some of them started camp here ever since half a month ago. So in recent weeks, we've been using their communication equipment to contact the outside world when it was needed. Do you know where that camp is? It's near the southwest border of our settlement. The area is an old abandoned residential complex, so it's perfect for parking their vehicles and housing the wounded and the sick. Sick? You mean the elite infected? Yeah. The scrawny middle-aged woman tugs at the cloak she wears, her withered hands fold anxiously. Elite infection rates have gone up considerably in the past year. The symptoms have become more severe and are progressing much faster. I thought it was just my imagination. Kluklai and Mekti exchanged looks. Until I saw the URNC Survey Corps. Quite a number of them were infected too. It shouldn't be the medical professionals they have to... It should be that the medical professionals they have with them would be more skilled than those of us who can even be considered doctors, but it seems that they too are also at their wits' end about these infections. They had no choice but to house some of them seriously ill, some of their seriously ill people there. So what you're saying is, they have a bunch of people leave them They had a bunch of people leave them previously? Yeah, about 20 of them or so. We haven't seen them ever since that day. I heard from some bounty hunters that there's been an increase in the number of elites roaming nearby. Even if they live, they must have succumbed and just become just like them now. If people from the regular army can't take it, I don't know how much longer we can last. She bites her lip, unable to continue the topic. Sorry. I need to go take care of my kid. Thank you. The woman nods and closes the old worn Door. It's a door. That is a door. The underground broker space station really is done for now because of their shoddy connection, huh? What do we do now, Kluklai? The rendezvous point is 1 or 2 hours from here, so the place is not that far off according to the static map. But it's so dangerous! What if we get attacked by those unknown mechs again? We have no signal and we'll have to rely on the static map. I could easily get lost, you know. Mekti grabs and rubs her hair as if experiencing a breakdown, her tangled hair threads as messy as her mentally exhausted neural cloud. Why don't we just wait for a bounty hunter or underground broker convoy and go back home with our help? If you want, if you can think just as fast as you give up, 404 would be in a much better place right now. I don't want to be over. I want to be so over if I give up thinking about the speed. Right? Our only issue now is having no signal. We're going in a loop now. No one has a signal here other than... Wait a minute. Oh, you can't be seriously thinking of asking the Survey Corps for help, right? Klukai nods calmly. It's impossible if you just think about it for a second. There could be even something worse than Dimitri in their camp. Perhaps a way more tricky end-stage boss. Humans have a saying somewhere along the lines of, money makes the devil turn millstones for you. 404 has not been lacking in money recently. Aren't you saying something along the lines of not enabling insufferable people by giving in to their unreasonable demands? Fine, I'll go then. Klukai and Mekli arrived near the complex situated on the southwest side of the settlement. They see a transport escorted by the military chiefs arrive and stop at the nearby field. Personnel in protective suits remove the supply boxes from the vehicle. Hearing the commotion, medics from the Survey Corps come out of the complex to meet with them. Isn't that a transport from the URNC? Looks like they're staying right here, or looks like they're staying right over there. Let's go on over there and ask. Perhaps we don't even need to get to the uppers before granted access for missions. As she speaks, Mekti moves towards the transport, was dragged away into a hiding spot by Klukai. What now? Are you regretting it? That's not a URNC vehicle. Huh? It's not common identifying insignia of the URNC. Also, sending this many escorts to guard a supply transport is a bit too much, even for the dangerous environment like a yellow zone. Every dose of medicine could save someone's life. What would you dolls like to know? Dimitri's resonant voice rings out from distant meters behind the duo. Did you? Next time you want to spy on somebody, make sure you're well hidden make sure you're well hidden from the get-go. However, standing from behind cover, Dimitri's gun is aimed at Klukai. Why are the two of you sneaking around? What are you planning? Give me a reason. I'll ask my gun if it likes it. Klukai and Mekti are instantly surrounded by armed soldiers who have popped up from behind the walls. They're all aiming at the duo. Klukai gives Mekti a look. They raise their hands to show they have no intention to fight. We were here to find you. Dimitri stares at the two dolls, but evidently lowers his weapon. However, he does not order his subordinates to stand down. What do you want with me? I don't want you to tell me. Let her say it. The yawning Mekti is given a rude shock upon hearing those words. With her mouth still open, she quizzingly points at herself with a look of disbelief on her face. That's right. You. Seeing that Klukai is giving her the nod, Mekti scratches her head in resignation. If it's like this... It's like this... Mekti explains their situation to Dimitri, then tells him about the request to gain access for communications. I knew you wanted something else when you two offered us to escort us. The dolls do have some brains after all. What kind is he? Complimenting us? What a weird guy. We wish only to access the network, communicate with our teammates, and regroup with them. And why should I give a crap to help? Screw off to back where you came from. We will pay for your help. Your words carry such strength and confidence. Don't go thinking that we'll give you a discount because you're working with the Non-Military Forces Administration. Facing Kluklai's unyielding attitude, Dmitri lifts an eyebrow and switches to a cantankerous tone. It's true that the signal here is pretty weak. So even if you want to use the military's line, we need to use the special signal boosters. So, fees for the use of our equipment and line, maintenance fees, compensation for borrowing our equipment and hence causing us trouble, a deposit for lending equipment, and name your price. Dimitri makes a hand gesture. That's really shady of you, Uncle. Why don't you change careers and become an underground broker? Pay if you can. Piss off if you can't. Deal. Huh? It's not just Mekti. A flash of surprise runs across Dimitri's face as well. Give me your account details. It's definitely a private one, right? Let me make this clear. This is a dedicated line for the RNC Regular Survey Corps, so you better watch what you say while using it. If we find out you're contacting suspicious people, I will revoke your access. Don't blame old me then. As irregular as we are, we don't have to rely on a borrowed vehicle to transport supplies like you people. What would you dolls like to know? What would dolls like you know? This is called reasonable allocation and usage of civilian resources. With so much trouble happening all over the world now, we'd be skeletons eating sand if we waited for the UNC's official vehicles. And these are the decisions of our top brass. What right do you have to criticize us? You guys, send them what they need. Understood. Copy that. Received. Shortly after, Dimitri's communicator rings as well. After taking a glance at the balance in his account, Dimitri closes the interface irritably. Alright, it's in. Take what you want and scram. Stop being an eyesore over here. Pocketing your communicator, the two dolls turn towards the exit of the camp. After leaving the Survey Corps' camp, Kluklai immediately establishes communications with Anders and Belka. Belka's voice and projection appears immediately. Kluklai, I was so worried about you! I thought we would see each other soon, but suddenly we lost contact with you. That was so torturous. And we kept being unable to contact you two. Belka was so anxious. She was about to run off on her own, start a wide area search. That's because I can't live without Kluklai. Knock it off. It's time for serious discussion. Have you two successfully reached the designated settlement? We have, but not smoothly. Anders wears an expression of worry, yet she touches her face relaxedly. Our signal died off on the way here, even though Dyer specifically equipped us with signal amplifiers before our departure. Our luck was decent, however, and we weren't really attacked by any unknown mechs or elids after the loss of signal. We used the sun's position and wind direction and landscape to navigate using the static map, so we really didn't get lost on our way. After reaching the settlement, we borrowed the network from the residents. We've been trying to contact you ever since. Well, that's something for you two. I was praised by Kluklai. So happy. It's all thanks to the various types of training Leader Kluklai arranges for us in the peacetime. Now compared to you two, I have a useless doll over here who can only complain in the back seat. Sippy water. McTee's taken an opportunity to switch to sleeping mode at unbelievable speed while they were talking. Watching the ambitious Mekti, Klukai lets out a sigh. All she wants to do is sleep all day. It's good to at least let her rest for a bit. Mekti has been tired after going on such a long journey, you know. The more you speak for her, the worse she gets. After placing a makeshift pillow of clothes under Mekti's head, Klukai ultimately allows her to continue her slumber. Anders, Belka, head immediately to the location I just sent you. The survey corps here seem to be experiencing strange difficulties here. It might be due to the change in environment conditions and the movement of parties around the region. I'll remain here with Mekti to start an investigation. Understood. Before I forget, here's something I want you to help me investigate. Klukai sends over footage and images she had taken over to Anders. What's this? They say this is a supply transport from Yorin Sea, but the insignia is different from what we've seen before. In addition, it was followed by a number of armed personnel. Are you suspicious that they are involved with the strange happenings in this region? Suspicious might be too strong a word, but it's good to be prepared. I see. Maintain a good connection on comms. Tell us if you run into any trouble. Understood. After ending the communication, Klukai finally has some time to herself. She opens her message interface. As expected, there's no message from that particular person. Shikikan. Klukai understands that she would definitely hear about it if they had met, and so if they don't respond, then at the very least they're safe. With this line of thought, Klukai pockets her communicator. 4 more nodes! 4 more nodes! Yay! Hopefully not too much dialogue at least. But though it's starting to kill me. With Anders' information in, Klukai can confirm that the underground broker's network used by 404 was completely down, so she decides to contact Dare for an arrangement. After communicating with the situation with Dare, he unexpectedly bears a face of resignation. Underground broker's network is completely down. I know. I heard about that. I don't know. I heard about the signal issue from Anders as well. And what do you plan to do now that you have heard about it? 404 uses network services provided by underground brokers when operating in contamination zones. My responsibility is dull maintenance, not base station repair. Huh? Hey, jeez, don't stare at me with such a scary expression. It's not that I'm too lazy to help. Your mission is already pretty close to a red zone for starters, and with a hostile environment combined with little money from people in the area, that it's kinda natural that the underground brokers can't and don't maintain this place very well. Then prod them for repairs. I did that a long time ago. But you don't understand? But don't you understand those people? Tell them this month and they'll reply in the next. And it'll take another month to complete the repair. I'll contact them again to see if I can solve this issue by giving them more money and some technical support or something. But I want to make things clear. I cannot guarantee how long this takes to repair. No one knows how long this will go. It's best to continue borrowing the survey corps signal if you need it. The thoughts of having to continue cooperating with soldiers irritates Kuklai. At this moment, a comms request from Anders appears in her visual interface. In any case, make sure to restore the signal as soon as possible, no matter what your methods use. Unless the underground brokers want me to visit them. Unless the underground brokers want me to visit them on their doorstep. Oy, scary. I have other things to take care of. This is it for now. Kukai switches over to Andros' comm request. The sound of gunfire and the roars of Elids can be heard through comms. Leader, we've been attacked by a large number of Elids. Please assist. Save me. Andros' big jeep couldn't crush them all. Acknowledged. Keep moving in the same direction and sync your location with me every now and then. Remember, focus on evasion and don't overexert yourselves before reinforcements arrive. Understood. Understood. Sounds like they're in trouble. After coming to their coordinates, Kukai secures the sleeping Mechty on the motorbike backseat after hitting the gas. Driving on the open wilds, the bumpy ride finally manages to wake Mechty up. Who am I? Where am I? Why did you do the seatbelts this way? Shut up and raise your gun. Clear out the Elids blocking our path. Undo the seatbelt for me. I can't move. Trouble. Turn 3. Boy, 404 is not having it easy this week. It's hard pay. But trouble? Bang bang, bang bang. Move quickly. Andros and the team need support. Okay, grab you. And then grab you. And then combat start. And then everything goes well. Yay, woo, yeah, woo, woo, yay, woo, woo, blah, 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 blah. Go, my scrubs. Kill everyone in sight. Inflict illness upon them. Oh. Rewards. Yup. Oh man, 300 more, and we get to do another multi on stream, guys. There's more. 50, 50. Oh, okay. So 50, 100. This is 90. Then 120. It's at 220. We might not barely have enough. This sucks. Damn, not here. Okay, I think there's other event stuff that we can do. I'm not saying that. That's great. We're here. Leader Kukai. It's not a big deal, but it's a good sign. Acknowledge my existence for once. To all Hide 404 members, commence the elimination operation. Objective: eliminate all attacking Elids. Acknowledged. I'll be sure to get it done. Bye. On it. Pew 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 pew. Wow, barely restoring that one. Yay. My throat is spared for now. Put you here. Grab you there. Put you here. Because I stop grabbing people on accident. That would be nice. Alright, explode them. Girl, why are you standing all the way in that corner? Quickly! Right after the last bullet ends the final Elid, Belka jumps off the boulder and rapidly sprints to where Klukai is. Stop. But this was my plan. No, my preparation. I long prepared for a hug of tears and laughter after this long-awaited reunion between sisters. Is that why you did not operate accordingly to how you were trained and instead rushed into the massive Elids? Oh, I was just spooked by the Elids. Good thing, yeah. Klukai? Klukai's so cool. Go on patrol with Mekti to see if there's any other Elids we missed. Huh? Go now if you don't want me to send you back to the outpost. Evading Belka's reluctant puppy gaze, Klukai turns towards Enders, who had just walked over. Why are you so careless? You disturbed too many Elids. Before we set off, I reminded the two of you to minimize any contact with Elids. We're here to investigate Paradise, not perform environmental work. Ender shows her data records that she had on hand. Even if we tried our best to adjust our route, the Elids seeming to actually be heading in the direction we want to go. So it became impossible to avoid them. What? Send me the data. Understood. After skimming the data, Klukai feels that something's off. She doesn't manage to think of any implications. Forget about that for now. Do you have any results from the investigation I asked you to perform? Yes. According to gathered intel, the insignia you got photographed belongs to the Mangi Security Service, a private company and the PMC registered within the White Zones. PMC? Correct. The website states that their business scope isn't limited to the material transport, escort services, etc., etc. Their number around 2,000, and their activities span from green zones to yellow zones. The data starting with Z in their names are a record of some recent commissions they've taken on, but this is not comprehensive due to the permission issues. Sect Aphelion. Is that their main client? Transactions between them take up more than 85% of their commissions. Indeed, I noticed that too, which is why I collected some information about that group. Continue. Understood. Interesting the affirmation from initial speculation, Andorus organizes her thoughts and continues. Sect Fabienne is a German-French pharmaceutical conglomerate. Part of their business involves working with some URNC departments and agencies. The conglomerate's transport missions are usually entrusted to the Mangi Security Service. There are a ton of PMCs out there in the world. They're bigger, way many bigger than Mangi Security. What's Sect FABN's reason for choosing them? I believe the reason would be this. As she spoke, Andrew sent another set of data to Klukai. This conglomerate is the main shareholder for the Mangi Security Service. Although I found not on the exact contract papers, but according to some, I have not found the exact contract papers. According to some past records from Sect FAB, there was once a security department with the same name as Mangi Security Service, headed by the same legal representative of the current company. Security department is splitting off to become their own company. No wonder they work so closely. This organizational split likely happened due to tax considerations. Damn taxation. I hate taxes. Taxes suck. A pretty common move in the green and white zones. Right. You said they were working with the URNC research department? Correct. Mainly on the supply and development of some medication. Could they really just be transporting medicine? Andrews, contact Layla and see if you can find the relevant transfer orders. I've already done that. According to what information Leva has for now, the Environmental Survey Corps, commissioned by the Central URNC government, really did send in a request for high-efficacy medicine a few days back. But this kind of work doesn't fall under the jurisdiction of the Non-Military Forces Administration, so it is hard to know the exact reasons why they have not asked regular forces to transport them instead of PMCs. Yeah. And that's all the intel we have for now. Since I can only make relatively superficial judgments to assist in pre-screening the information, I will later send all that we have to level 2 for your further verification. Here, Klukai. Is something the matter? Volume, the accuracy and precision of your short-term intel gathering has improved significantly compared to before. Your process becomes much more rigorous. You've also become more slowly developing your own ability to make judgments. Klukai turns her head after noticing Andrus' smile. You pass. I'll make sure to catch up faster. When I catch up to everyone, will Leader Klukai become happier? Don't get too carried away. Okay. If you say so. A thought hits Klukai just as they end the topic of conversation. Belka! Here! What can I do for you? Hearing Klukai's voice, the patrolling Belka rushes back. Wake up the sleeping one on the rocks. It's time to move. Alright, off I go. Klukai looks towards Andrus and as Belka runs off. You and Belka will be the same jeep as before. I'll be with Mekti. Other than that, make sure to contact this military line that we borrowed from the Survey Corps. The civilian signal here is too unstable. Acknowledged. Huh. By the way, Leader Klukai. What? The winds and collapse radiation levels are changing. I'm afraid a collapse storm is about to start up again. Yes, of course. Make sure to get back to the settlement as soon as possible. Don't waste time on the road. And that's 99 done. Woo! We're almost done, guys. We're almost done with the story. For part 1. Part 2. Part 1 of part 2. Because I only did like barely a half last time. Oh, we're almost done! I mean, I got the hiccups. I do love me a good bit of water. Some water. As Hide 44 reaches less than a kilometer away from the settlement, Andrus' voice comes up from level 2. Leader Klukai, we've just received an SOS signal and comms request from an unknown party. It seems that we are under the same network according to the IP address. Should we answer? Yes. Transfer the comms request over to me. Upon accepting comms request, a familiar booming male voice rings out from within the sea of noise. This is the 3762nd Platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I'm First Sergeant Dimitri. Please respond if you hear me. Please respond if you hear me. What's going on? He's momentarily shocked upon hearing Klukai's voice. You again? I don't care too much about that right now. Are you few still around? We need backup now! Our partnership is over. Damn, the partnership is over, whatever. There's no time to talk crap with you now. There's a Boojum and Elids attacking us at the settlement. We can't hold it off much longer, even with the PMC's help. If we really are adults who can think rather than just order-following machines, you'll know what to do. How many of them? What's the brief registration number, and what's the name of the Boojum? At least 30 level 3 Elids. Unable to determine the registration number and name of the Boojum, but its danger level is at least level 4 and above. Yes, of course. As cleanly as she cuts the comms, Kukai issues another order through level 2 to all of Hide 404. Attention all members of Team 404 Team 1. Prepare for combat and maintain level 2 communication at all times. Keep driving towards your current location and with additional haste. Mekti and I will contact the enemy in 1 minute. Anders and Belka will provide cover fire from the back. Acknowledged. I'll listen to you, Kukai. What's happening? Are we fighting? Who are we fighting? A Boojum. A Boojum? Aren't those super dangerous? I might activate Plan B at any moment if need comes. Make sure you get ready for it. You're stringing me along again? Later, I can see the battlefield. One does not need Anders to see that the intense gunfire and screams that fierce upcoming battle. The armed forces and mechs surround a single large Boojum. Their rifle rounds don't seem to do any real damage against its hardened skin. The storm throws up yellow sand, making the small buildings of the settlement in the distance seem even more dilapidated than brittle. The Boojum waves its thick and sturdy limbs around, toppling over a heavy jeep with ease. The men in the jeep who have no time to escape are buried for eternal sleep in this dangerous wilderness with a scream. That Boojum looks a little too ferocious. We can't beat it. Kukai, we should run. Kukai takes a deep breath, getting ready to press the button. However, she is a little hesitant. Wait a minute, Leader Kukai. What's going on? According to Battlefield Intel, Mekti. Anders' voice once again stutters, the amount of complexity of battlefield information almost overwhelming her to the point of crashing. But line after line of battle intel continues to successfully be transferred to Kukai through level 2. After quickly processing the information from Anders, Kukai roughly understands what she meant. This Boojum has reached the point where regular weapons won't be able to hurt it at all. Even if we press the button to turn on her switch, Mekti won't be able to damage it even with her increased rate of fire and movement speed. Then even more reasons not to go. Does that mean we'll never be able to deal with this big guy? So, why don't we try that new combat program Dierker developed? I prodded him to install it for me before we left. The external equipment is in the booth. Are you sure this will work? According to the test records, we can surely try. But to use it, I will have to borrow Mekti's power and use about 120 seconds for loading and calibration. Also, the process won't be able to stop once it starts. We only have one chance. Mekti, retreat and find Anders. Belka, you find Mekti and support and should help Anders find a good place to shoot from and ensure her safety in the meantime. Use your free time to help the front line in eliminating Elids. I'll be sure to get it done. How about you? I'll find on the front lines. No way. A girl on the front line? I'm shocked! That's too dangerous! They will need enough men. They will need enough firepower to pin down the Boojum. If the front line breaks early, it's all over. Then I'll go with you, Kukai. Follow my orders. Remember your own mission. But you can trust her, Belka. Kukai is super powerful, don't you remember? Watch over my bike carefully. I'll come after you all if it gets broken. Honestly, real as hell. Kukai heads towards the battlefield and finds Dimitri, who is currently commanding the battle. Order your soldiers in the PMC to prioritize containing the Bujin. Cordon it off in a circular area within 50-meter wide radius. As for the elites, ignore them unless they are a threat to break the blockade. I will find time to take them out. Also, send me your regional comms password. You want this, you want that. What's your circuit brain thinking? This thing's is too thick. We can't even kill it if we circle it. You get it? Shut up if you know you can't beat it. 4-4 has the firepower to deal some severe damage. All you have to do is cooperate. Dimitri stares at Kukai after confirming she isn't messing with him at all. After confirming she isn't messing with him at all, he turns and presses the button on his comms device. All fire teams, listen up. Lock down the Bujum in a 50-meter radius, 110 meters from my 3 o'clock. Stop targeting the elite trash. I repeat, contain the Bujum in a 50-meter radius. The target location is 110 meters from my 3 o'clock. Get moving! The formation starts moving orderly once the order is received. Dimitri puts down his comm device and squints at Clay. Here's the access key. You better succeed. Hide 4-4 never goes back on their word. Time to explode things. There goes that mech. So that's what that last mission was in the the supplies tab. It's okay, we'll... Oh, you're kidding me. You're actually... I have to wait around again. Alright, so skip. So wait, people spawn. Move you away. You away. Like tabs, like quick spacers for them to move. They did not move. Youch! That's yucky poison. Yuck. Ew. Gross. Alright, auto kicking time. And it gets run over instantly. Yay! Oh, that's good. Oh, that guy's dead. Man, girl, go crazy. Whoa! Poor G. Kind of about 1 minute. Yo, watch out, man! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! Aww. Got smooshed. Whoa! Oh, that guy's dead. $30. 25. 20. Oh. quick as hell. Rocket launcher. 15 more seconds.
13秒お願い12 11 10 9やつを抑えろそう幕が薄いぞ撃て撃ちまくれ
Rocket launchers. Bang, bang, pow, 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 pow. Oh, that guy's running.
5秒前5 4 3
A traitor. A traitor within the ranks.
1
Laser! It wasn't enough. They're giving chase. Damn, she's quick as hell. What a clean shot. But, oopsies. All units prioritize sending the wounded to the garrison camp for treatment. The rest of you, clean up the battlefield, count the casualties, and see if any of those machines can be restored to working order. Most importantly, find me the team leader of the PMC. Dimitri viciously kicks a broken machine near his feet after silencing his comms. Damn PMC. Goddamn mangy security service. As reliable as secure as Babushka's leaking ass. On the other end, Hyde 404's 3 other members rush over under orders of Kukai. What a pity, we almost got it. The humans didn't drop the ball. I bet that Bujin would be lying dead right now. Leader. It's not your fault. But I still feel sorry about all this. Hopefully that Bujin will never attack the settlements again. Anders looks worriedly in the direction the Bujin escaped. That thing Anders brought all the way is way too powerful. Do you have he has some kind of hidden propensity for violence? Mekti, Belka, you two should head back to the settlement first and wait orders. Anders, go have a look at why there was an unaccounted for explosion just now. Looking at a bunch of Survey Corps soldiers gathering around the trunk of the Bujin's torso, Klukai puts her gun away. I'll go have a look. No way. Is this what I think it is? Probably. I've informed Sergeant Dimitri. He should be here shortly. Past the soldiers, Klukai sees spots of a silvery white light shining from underneath a bloody mess. Viewing at a different angle, Klukai realizes that the shine comes from a piece of metal. The piece of metal protrudes from a broken stump, its surface already covered with some crystals due to the effects of the collapse radiation. Dog tags? Klukai attempts to come closer for confirmation, but Dimitri, who is rushed over upon hearing the news, picks it up immediately upon seeing it. All of you, get out of the way! Dimitri swipes off the residue from his protective suit, then looks at the words carved on the piece of metal for 2 seconds before keeping it. What the hell are you all doing here, surrounding it? Think you have nothing to do? Haul your asses and get your jobs done! The soldiers disperse, but Klukai remains. Got nothing better to do. Are those dog tags from the URNC? I didn't see what's on it clearly. Did it belong to the Great Wall Railway Force? Did this Bujum consume your people before? No comment. This is within our mission jurisdiction. However, Dimitri stops, and after a bit of struggle, turns towards her and gives her a formal military salute. On behalf of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps and the Settlement's residents, I thank Hired 404 for assisting us. No need. After staring at the spot where the dog tags once was, Klukai accepts his thanks calmly. She turns and walks towards Andrus, who is waiting a short distance away after finishing intel gathering. Not far away, the Survey Corps has concluded their post-combat tally. The personnel responsible runs to Dimitri. Reporting, sir. Our losses are calculated at 32%. The questioning of Mangi's security services concluded. They indicate that the offending vehicle was hacked by elids before the recent battle, causing the fuel tank to have had a small crack in it. There was no opportunity to fix it, causing it to lose control and explode during the previous battle. Yes, of course. Help me call the warrant officer. Acknowledged. After a minute of waiting, the comms request is accepted. This is the 3767th platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the Neo-Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under URMC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. I'm First Sergeant Dimitri. I'm here to make a routine report. How's progress? After 3 days of travel, we have reached the target settlement and met with the forward troops' medical team. During our march, we completed a preliminary survey on this region's environment. Specific details will be sent in the form of an email. The samples will be brought back at the end of our mission. Good work. Continue with the mission. Sir, in my judgment, a temporary halt should be put on the survey mission and reinforcements needed to be sent. I believe that the survey should only continue when we have received reinforcements. Explain your reasoning. We encountered a Bujum with at least threat level 4 at the settlement, and we've been unable to identify the name and registration number of it. One of the stumps broken off contained a dog tag from personnel registered as MIA. Since their dog tags are here, then they're presumably dead. Comms channel falls into a moment of silence. I will report it to upper brass and call for reinforcements. However, you have to continue with the mission. We can't deal with level 4 Bujum with how weak our current forces are. Already more than 10 of our brothers in arms are never going home again. There's no completing the mission with this little people. You can't be telling me to lead them into their deaths. Noticing he's lost control of his emotions, Dimitri steadies himself. My apologies, sir. What I meant was, we need stronger support and reinforcements to ensure mission completion. Otherwise, the only result awaiting is unwarranted losses. I understand your feelings, First Sergeant Dimitri. But we cannot put a halt on the construction of the intercontinental railway in this region. Once the rerouting is confirmed, new plans have to be completed urgently. Every piece of environmental information you gather, every batch of land that you survey, and every base station you establish will have significant and far-reaching impacts. Continue with your mission. This will help facilitate progress once the reinforcements reach you. I will dispatch personnel for your reinforcement ASAP. Yes, sir. I eagerly await your next report. After ending communication, Dimitri notices that the soldiers around him are carrying strange expressions. Let it out if you're feeling afraid. It's a very, very normal emotion to fear. Those who aren't afraid are inhuman. EV machine.
総長
Sir,
あ
that
れはブーシャン
that's Zabujan.
我々は
One attacked went back when we were guarding the Great Wall Railway. If we didn't receive the support from the outport garrison, we would have rushed in and toppled the entire east wall. I'm bad at words. I suck. I know. He lets out a heavy sigh. Pass word on to the cooks. Break out the goods and cook up something decent tonight. The families of our fallen brothers will be taken care of in the best possible way. I will apply for them and ensure it.
はい
Yes, sir.
そう
That's all.
持ち場に戻れ
Go do what you have to do.
総長はどうし
Maybe you could head back with us, sir?
俺は
Later. I'll check again to see if we missed anything. The storm continues, but dusk is approaching. As the setting sun paints a deep red over this broken, desolate land, Dimitri squeezes the found dog tags. Despite being isolated by the thick protective suit, you can almost feel the hardness and lifeless cold that they bring that only belongs to metal. For a long time, he simply looks towards the wilderness in front of him without speaking much of a single word. The wilds respond with only the sounds of borderless wind. Dimitri hesitates for a moment, and without regard for anything at all, he yanks off his protective mask and spits hard on the ground.
最悪の気分
It's fucking so fucking suffocating. Truer words could not have been said. And we get to the immediate result screen. Tone shift! Yay! Yahoo! Oh, more of this. Yum. And a thing. Before we cap off the story, let's just go through this one last time. Let's do the time warp. Yeah. Again.
気づいたのふん任せてたいないおじけついたのふんおもしつけを
Plus it here. Damn, I can really put. I might as well put them somewhere, you know? Auto everything. My voice dang break.
危ないよ
Go my scarabs.
今のうちよ交代するのは今のうちよ大掃除の時間です 私が終わらせる
Choo. Choo. Ah,
戦完了っと
good on gameplay.
戻らなきゃ料理が
Yeah,
たいないわね
easy. There. From there. And back to auto.
立ってろほら危ないよ交代するのは今のうちよ 私が終わらせる私の新発明味わってみハンデはあり今よ改造の成果を見せるよ昔みたいに私に感謝するといいわ
My scarabs have done yet another amazing job. Alright, on to the next one. Last one. And then last story bit. You.
たわいないわね。
Put you here. Put you here. And auto.
立ってろ。危ないよ。交換するのが今のうちよ。好きやり。
Death. You know, y'all could stand together a little closer.
ハンデは
And then I'm just saying, y'all could stand together a little closer to the enemies when they show up.
404を敵に回したのが運の尽きよ。
Yippee! That's all that done. Oh, hey, we have enough for one more multi. Yippee! Very quickly, let's just reread this. So get more good stuff. The rewards. Yum. Yummy! Wow, she makes a lot of stuff, this girl. Oh no, it's okay. I forgot. Yum! I run that. Changing it. No. Unknown Boojum wording. That's a lot of reading, and I don't like reading. I'm going to assume this is where they're going to start implementing past events, because this is technically like story related. It ties into like the last story at least, and it's tying into the main story too. So, what was I gonna do again? I don't remember.
トラブル発生？
Of me to multi-summon. Go, my spirit. I got nothing. This sucks. Unfortunate. Three. 4. 5.
雇い主は
6. Girl, I don't need you anymore. You're like a... You're F6. Go away. Done with pieces. Hi. Combat exercise. Redemption. But this is where money goes. One time only. I mean one time only. You mean I gotta buy this through Steam? That's scary. Scary thought, man. Frightening. But I mean, at least I'll recognize the payment. Transaction. instead of having to worry about weird things or whatever. But it runs so much nicer on Steam. Having crossed the point of deviation, what follows is a gradual convergence. Hyde 404 is temporarily camping out in the abandoned dwellings of the settlement. Klukai contacts Leva to report on the progress. As Klukai stares at the relaxed but attentive eyes of Leva through her comms, her neurocloud wanders out of the present and into the memories of the years past. You want to hide your hair just to be a guard? Where are you going? A military academy? Oh, how could it be? It's just a measure to blend in and be low-key, okay? I would look for 16. Don't you think I'm kind of cool? Klukai remembers even now, the day UMP-45 set off on a long-term mission at the Non-Military Forces Administration, pulling her suit straight and somewhat comically, swishing her shaggy head of hair that she was not used to. It seemed as if it would just fly off her head the next second. UMP-9 and G11 stand alongside. Their countenance is troubled. It would be better and more convenient for dolls to simply switch to another body, yet the members of Squad 404 stayed silent on the matter. After UMP-45 left for a while, UMP-9 was also temporarily hired by Kalina, leaving only 2 members at the 404 base. Following a period of struggle, the elite doll known as 416 took over as the leader of Squad 404. Although she had gotten her long-cherished wish, the circumstances under which it was achieved were far from satisfying. In the time followed, Squad 404 underwent personnel expansion and structural adjustments. The once awkward attire gradually became a perfect fit for the doll now known as Leva, as if she had always belonged there. Abnormal eyelid symptoms, attacks from unknown faction, unregistered bosoms. At first, Klukai felt disturbed and annoyed every time she saw Leva in her new suit, but as time went on, Leva proved to her that UMP-45 never left 404. Of course, her more unsavory personality traits were simply buried further down. What an exciting mission! Stop it with your lame jokes. Oh my, I was simply trying to light up your expression. As for neurocloud management and creating a nice atmosphere, you have much to learn from Andrus and the others, dear leader Klukai. This is no management. They are just slacking off. Klukai looks towards the other 3 members of the team with no pleasure on her face. Mekdi, having received her new travel kit, is fast asleep. Andrus is maintaining her beloved gun, while Belka is holding her communicator, watching it intently. There hasn't been any progress on the mission yet they're all so happy. Didn't you guys manage to find quite a number of questionable things? It's still too slow. What we found cannot be connected directly to Paradise. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that our mission progress is at 0. Don't be so pessimistic. I did manage to find out a few things for you. Remember how Andrus contacted me to ask about the reinforcements? I went ahead and found a few things on my own. We have results now. Everything points to the Intercontinental Railway. Indeed. I also managed to glean at some related information from the soldiers. The original plan was to finish construction on this line 3 years ago, but construction work only began around 1 year back. Since the environment changes constantly in the yellow zones and survey technology was not as advanced as it is today, they missed out on information required to complete the planned construction in time. A slip-up? Correct. Serious soil erosion caused the ground to collapse with a boom during the sudden construction of a particular section, causing the tirelessly laid tracks to go kaput as well. Since the RNC places great importance upon the construction of the intercontinental railways, the person in charge hid the incident from Heli. That is a fruitless endeavor. Exactly. It was exposed about a month ago. Rumor has it that the release departments had half their management replaced, you know. And then? The newly minted manager was put under pressure to work overtime, creating a bunch of different plans overnight and then dispatching different teams to survey different sections of the planned areas. Because the Environmental Survey Corps was already busy with their pre-existing survey missions and could not deal with this large amount of newfound work, soldiers serving in purification zones near the planned routes were seconded to work as part of the Environmental Survey Corps. The soldiers you encountered must be the ones coming from the purification zones. So, where's the connection with Paradies and all of this? My, where are Klukai's thoughts process is so... I said that all wrong. Oh my, why are Klukai's thought process is still so rigid? Say it again straight and stop being so eccentric and ambiguous about it. You know it already, Klukai. There's something going on with the abnormal radiation levels. Something Survey Corps is losing contact with some soldiers and having an absurdly high number of the infected. Of course I know, but none of this points directly to the actions of Paradies. The unknown Buja might be behind the Survey Corps losing contact with some of those soldiers. What if I told you that the intel seems to show Paradies conducting strange radiation-related experiments in the red and yellow zones? Would you still think everything is a coincidence now? What I think is not important. Aren't you still at the guessing stage after all this speculation? Isn't that normal? The person responsible for investigating all the clues is Klukai after all. Please hurry up. You haven't forgotten, have you? The reason we've been delayed for so long is because the information you provided is in the commission was inconsistent with the situation on the ground and is unreliable signals of 404, right? Oh my, you didn't lose your temper this time. I can't be bothered to waste time with you. Klukai brings the topic back on track after thinking for a bit. Due to the accidents that occurred during the mission, 404 has used up more energy and ammunition than expected. The environmental conditions and threats of unknown forces make it difficult to predict the risk level of future threats. Do we really have to continue this mission? I'm afraid so. Paradies is known to be quite elusive, so every piece of intel on them should be investigated and verified ASAP. This does not mean we should proceed haphazardly. Yes, that's why I've also considered reinforcements. I've specifically dispatched 2 additional teams for this support. They are Klukai's old acquaintances, by the way. Acquaintances? Klukai lags for a second, then her face darkens. You can't be talking about the Survey Corps. Bingo. Leva. Alright, it's best if I explain this. At the other end of the comms, Galina pats Leva and turns the camera towards her. It's been a long time, Klukai. I'm sorry that our inaccurate intel has caused trouble for you and your team. There was no major issues or losses. No need to be formal. However, I still feel the need that cooperating with the Survey Corps is I don't feel that cooperating with the Survey Corps is a wise decision. But at least they can be trusted. According to the intel I have on hand, this much isn't undoubtedly true. Are you sure? After we met up with them, we were never attacked by the mechs of unknown origin. This is where I found my first guesses as to where those mechs came from. It was reported that there are other armed powers assisting Pardes, so the disappearance of some URNC Survey Corps may not be as simple as how it looks at present. So Pardes has turned into a collaborator. Very likely. So please, investigate this link. It would be best to find some concrete evidence. Since the RNC Environmental Survey Corps were ahead of us in the investigation in this area, they have paid a huge price. In the days to come, the RNC will need some more personnel here. This is where the Intel Railway passes through. They might obtain or already possess some information that we don't know yet. No matter how you look at it from safety or intel perspective, the best way forward is to work with the Survey Corps for the moment. Will the Survey Corps agree to work together, though? They obviously distrust 404. Since they have conveniently sent out a request for reinforcements, I did a little something for 404 to become their forward aid before the main reinforcements arrive. The relevant documents should already have been sent to both your inboxes. You should work fast. I want to do my best to provide convenience for you guys. Kalina, I suggest you avoid interacting with Leva too much. Hearing what Klukai said, Kalina flashes a cheeky smile from her Griffin days, while Leva shrugs. Right. To prevent any unexpected circumstances, keep the matter of investigating Parades a secret, barring any special circumstances. Understood. By the way, regarding the other reinforcement team that Leva just mentioned, what's their identity? Has the time and location for the rendezvous with Hyde 44 been confirmed? About that... The booming voice of Dimitri is heard from outside the building, just as Leva was about to answer. Oi! That machine or something called Klukai! Get over here! Looks like your collaborators received the news. I'll keep the identity of the reinforcements a secret. You'll know when you see them. After ending the comms, Klukai gestures for the members of 404 to wait on standby inside while she steps out alone. Dolls don't need sleep, yet it still doesn't give you the right to make a ruckus around here. Don't talk to me with that drivel. What the hell is this? Why did the brass suddenly request that you join the team? Non-military forces administration belongs to the URNC in the first place. It's not strange to send personnel here and there in special cases. As a temp worker yourself, are you seriously unaware of it? Did you read the contents of the email? Noticing Klukai's puzzled expression, Dimitri starts to taunt her with his smugness on his face. You four dolls are employed under the Survey Corps, and we are the employer. You should understand what that means, right? And what does that mean, exactly? You'll be listening to our orders like good dogs, doing what we tell you to. No troublemaking and no backtalk. Got it? Klukai closes her interface unhappily after confirming the contents of the email. But at least they can be trusted, her neural cloud echoed with Kalina's quote. At last, Klukai manages to suppress her resentment. We will adhere to the agreement. As for causing trouble, perhaps it is best to worry about yourself before you worry about 404. Remember, we move out at 6 in the morning. Don't be late. Meanwhile, Blue Sphere is giving a routine report to Cocoon on the road. According to the message we received, we have located our target. Congratulations! You found it after pursuing it for so long. Its movement speed is 40% faster than expected, and there were some errors in estimating the route, causing a delay in recovery efforts. Be sure to hurry up, okay? Anyway, my reinforcements have been pretty useful, right? Ah, I meant Mangi Security Service. Have they managed to assassinate the target? If they fail, they should feel bad about the transport commission I worked so hard to secure through my connections. No. The UNC's Environmental Survey Corps and these 4 dolls that were present and would affect retrieval, so it was let go. However, I have dispatched personnel to pursue, so they will definitely be able to eliminate the target illusion and retrieve it. Oh, well, it seems good things would truly take time. Prioritize retrieval, but be sure to wipe them out if you get the chance, okay? My dear Lord Team Leader on Battlefield Cleanup. Understood. The destruction of the base stations is proceeding smoothly. Soon, they'll lose all means of communication. Their equipment is rather ordinary. Mangi Security Services Armed Forces should be able to wipe them out easily, even without my help. I would advise caution, okay? Our current string of problems are all due to underestimating our enemies. Humans are such interesting creatures. The more you force them into a corner, the more tenacious they get. Be very careful, and don't let your throat get ripped out by wild dogs in the corner. Okay? Understood. I will exercise additional caution. I'll hang up the comms, okay? Oh dear, I have to talk to another of our little friends. Oh, little Darcher. If only she was a reliable Blue Sphere. Wow! And so concludes Aphelion Part 1. Ooh, that was a lot of voice acting. However, I do think that now has been quite a number of time spent on Ghost Frontline 2, so let me just... This is... Badge, it's a badge. Where was that? Here we go. There it is. Aphelion. Part 1. Feel free to send, if anyone's in chat who's the latest GFL2, feel free to send a friend request or something. I don't know. I don't know. The more the merrier, as they say, right? Right! Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a moment here. So, this Sunday, or this Saturday, I will be doing IMPC, more than likely, but this time in GT4 because I cannot stand Sebring in TCR. I just can't. I really can't. It makes me mad. It makes me upset. It makes me want to drive off a cliff. I hate Sebring. I hate it so much. Maybe I won't do IMPC. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta think of a game plan because I gotta do something on Saturday. I gotta keep up the schedule. Wednesdays and Saturdays. But yeah. Thanks so much for stopping by, for those who did. Appreciate it. Saturday, I will do something. What that something is, I have no idea. I'll figure it out. Anyway. I'll take it easy. I'll see you later.